Hi, I am coming to you from the floor of my guest bedroom, home office, crochet explosion room. If you're new here, my name's Shannon. I own Casing Crochet. I film content all about my crocheting, so the orders that I make, pattern tests, market prep, market recaps and results. Also, I'm sorry the lighting is so terrible. It is a very dreary day where I live in Western Massachusetts, so there's just no good lighting right now. I am getting ready for what will be my third and biggest market tomorrow. I don't know what my hair's doing. Hopefully, if the rain stops early enough, fingers crossed it doesn't get rained out. But I thought I could show you everything I have in my plushy bin. I feel underprepared. I had a long list of things I wanted to make. If you watched my video a couple videos ago, did I get to it all? Absolutely not. But I need to be happy with what I have. So I'm going to go through what I have. I will link all the patterns in my description, and I'll try to remember, if I remember who they're from, I'll also say it. And then I'll also share what I'm selling them for. That doesn't mean that's what you should sell them for. There's lots of different methods that people follow when it comes to pricing. I kind of look into, well, the factors I do is I think about how long it took me, the materials that I used, and then like how complicated the pattern is. So that's what goes into my pricing. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna start out. I have like a couple of things that are more odds and endsy, and then some that kind of go into themes that I have on my table. And then maybe I'll share with you what I'm hoping I'll magically get done between tonight and tomorrow morning. We'll see. Okay, so to start off, I just finished these today. These two penguin snugglers. These are from the Cozy Stitch. I love them. I think you can tell. This guy's periwinkle. I think he's so cute. This one's like a classic little baby penguin. I love these a lot. These I am pricing for $22. So I have two of those. And then I just finished these yesterday. This is Gentry Giraffe from BK Crochet. I have a classic yellow, but this is like the yellow mystical. So it has like lots of different yellow coloration, I guess. So he's so cute. And then I made a white one in burnout whipped cream. I am pricing these for $35 because they are a little more complicated, lots of color changes, and they are bigger. And I gave them little fuzzy tails. Love it. Okay, let's see what's next. This is a little bit of a odds and endy one, but I think it's really cool. I forget the name of this pattern designer, but I'll link it. It's a little beehive with bees that go inside, and they're actually bells inside, but they still make a rattly sound. So they're little bees and they go in the beehive, so it's like a little interactive toy. This I am also listing for $25. Okay, now we're gonna get into my aquatic vibe of things. Well, most of it. Yeah, I think it's all at the top. So the first things I have, if you've been watching my videos, you've seen a couple of these. These are Moon Sprouts, new patterns. These two are Stella Seahorse, and this is Drake the Sea Dragon. I am going to be selling these for $20. They're so cute, and they're such fun colors. And then I have two mermaids. Ooh, look at her hair. This pattern is from Stitch Sister Co., the Mermaid Lollies. These are $25. And then I have, some of these things are tagged, some still need to be tagged. I have these turtles. I have brown one, classic, and a sunflower turtle. This is a free turtle pattern from the Friendly Red Fox. These I have for $15. Oh boy. Then I have these lobster snugglers from Mary Mac Hooks. I did her pattern test. These are so fun. These are also that Bernat mystical color. These I have listed for $30. Then Oh, I have also a bigger mermaid from Stitch Sister Co. This one is $35. She's much bigger. Okay, let's see. And some other like random things in here. Let's go on to some other animals. These are Tessa Tiger. The pattern is from, it's escaping my mind. I can see her Instagram profile in my head, but I can't think of her name. I have an orange and a white. These I have for $30. Okay, the next thing I have are these two flamingos. The pattern is from Love Knot. I love this one. I put like little fuzzy on the back of her wings. These I have for $25. It's so funny. I feel like I don't have a lot of stuff, and then I start pulling it out and I'm like, oh my goodness. Okay. All right, the next thing I have 2 of each of these yellow ducks, and I have 2 of these mallards. This is a new pattern from Oak and Marlow. It's like a modification to her Mabel chicken pattern. These I am going to be selling for, I haven't really decided. These are new. I think I'm gonna sell them for 12 or 15. I have to think about that. Here's the other 2. Okay. I made these cute little toddler purses from a free pattern online. I think they're really cute. I think these I'm gonna sell for 12 or 15. They're pretty quick to make. Okay, then I have another Moon Sprouts design. This is her Astrid the Unicorn. So cute. These I have for $25. These are little snugglers. Then I have 2, someone's tag fell off. 2 dinos, Mama Made Minis pattern dinos. These I have for $25. I feel like I should probably charge more for those, but that's the vibe I'm going with right now. Then I have 1 baby Bonnie Bunny left over from Easter. She is $30. But her headband is an Oak and Marlow headband because I didn't have time to do her full one. It still works. Then I have, I have another one. I have another Della Duck. This is baby Della Duck. These I have for $20. I have one more. It's over there and I forgot to grab it. Then I have, what is this? Loops to Loveys. I think that's what the tigers are too. Otters. These are cute. These I have for $20. Getting a really big pile over here. You guys can't see it yet. Then I have this Briggs Bear from Mama Made Minis. I have him for $25. And now we're getting into more of my mini things. This is a mini cow I did for a pattern test. I can't remember the name of the designer. I will link it. I think she's so cute because it's like just a perfect little size. She is $15. I really want to try to make one more of these, but I also need to make more bees. I only have 1 medium bee. This isn't a pattern that's not released yet, but I can still link her profile. This bee is 12. It's my like medium bee. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. Now we're getting into all things that are like $10 to $12. So then I have this whale from the Cozy Stitch. He's $12. I have this butterfly. It's a free pattern. I forget from who. I wish I had time to make more of these. Maybe I'll bring yarn that I could use to work on. She's going to be $12. I love this Bernat color. I think it's so cool. I use it on one of the unicorns too. And then I have a bunch of Mabel chickens. This one. This one. This is the, can you hear my dog snoring next to me? He is. This one and this one. These are 10. Then I have these turtles. These are 10. I also have, and I made more of these. I think they're up on this bed somewhere. I have these mini loaf cats. These are also a free pattern. These are 10. The orangey rust one, this one, variegated one, gray. Oh no, these are the 2 new ones I made. Gray and this tan one, and I ran out of the tan, so it has a white butt, but I think it's still cute. And then I have a couple of $5 things. I also wish I had more time. Maybe I'm going to prioritize this, making more $5 easy to buy items. But got a fish. This is all from Jade. No So Be. This is my pattern that I'm going to hopefully post one day. I have these Boo Boo Buddies from Brandon Rayco. Well, Brandon Rayco has like a different animal design for them. I kind of did a little bit of my own thing, and they come with the gel pack for the put in the freezer. And then I have 2 little goslings. I actually think this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make more goslings and bees. That's my main goal. Goslings and bees. And if I have time, 1 more cow. And maybe bring stuff to make butterflies if I have any downtime or if I set up quickly. That's my plan. Oh, I forgot some guys. They're over here. All right, I also have this bunny I did from a pattern test. I forget the designer, but I will put it. She is 15 or 18. I gotta think about that. I gotta remember how long she took me. Then I have Milo the Moose, who I also did for a pattern test. He's really cute. I have another Milo the Moose, but I messed up his antlers and I haven't fixed them yet. So maybe I'll bring that with me too. He is going to be 35. He's pretty big. And then I have Mama May Minnie's dino that is stuffed, and he is going to be 35 because of the materials and the time that he takes. I think that is everybody. Yeah, that's everybody. So let's see. Yeah, that's what I have. So that's what, hold me to it, guys. I'm gonna make some more baby goslings and some more bees before tomorrow. And if I have time, 1 more of those mini cows. And then if not, then I'll just bring some stuff, yarn with me, and maybe I'll have time. Hopefully I won't, because I'll be really busy. And hopefully the event happens and it doesn't get rained out. If it does, that'd be a bummer. And then I have another event coming up in about 2 weeks. It's a Thursday afternoon, evening artisans market downtown where I live. It's like a new market. It started at the beginning of the month, but this is going to be the first one I can attend. I have to take time off work for it, so we'll see how it is, and then if I'm going to do more of them. All right, well, hopefully the next thing that you'll see is me updating you from the market. It's at a winery. It's like a Mother's Day market. They're going to have food trucks and music. So hopefully that's going to be my next video. I'm not jinxing myself and we don't get rained out. Also, if you can hear my dog snoring, it's because he's right here. This is Tucker. He's a little old man. He's not snoring right now, but all right. I'll see you guys soon. Okay, I'm holding myself accountable. I said I was going to make bees and the mini goslings, and I did. I didn't get sidetracked by doing something else. I am up later than I wanted to be. As my toddler says, I very need to go to sleep. Well, he doesn't say that he very needs to go to sleep, ever. But he'll say, like, I very need some water right now. He's 3.5. But I made 1 bigger bee. Look at her eyelashes. It's so cute. This is Crochet by Jenna's. Free pattern on her YouTube. I'll link it. And I made, ooh, here's a fuzzy. 1 mini bee. This is my no-sew pattern that once I get around to it, I'm gonna post for people. I like that it's no-sew, and I like that he has a little stinger. And then I made 2 pocket, oh, I can't hold them at the same time. 2 pocket goslings, one like this gold color. This is the Premier Basics mustard, and 1 mallard. Gosh, I need to go to bed. I'm so tired. That is this, oh my goodness. This is Stitch Sister Co.'s pattern. It is free on her YouTube. I'll link it. You've probably, if this is not your first time watching, seen me talk and link it a lot of times. They're so cute and derpy though. I love them. So I did what I said I was going to do. In the morning, I need to work on tagging some items when I wake up. And if I happen to have more time, maybe I'll make another bee. with the amount that I have to tag, I'm gonna guess I'm not gonna have time before my kids get up. But yeah, and then I also need to decide what I'm gonna bring with me to work on. I like to have something to bring with me. So stay tuned. All right, we are at the market. It's at a winery in a town right next to where I live. It has finally stopped raining. It's a little windy and a little cool for an outdoor event, but still hoping for a great turnout. I'm also right next to like the only other vendor that I know, so I'm really excited about that. I stepped in a huge puddle, so my feet are a little wet. So hopefully it'll dry out, but I'm really excited, hoping for a good turnout since the rain has stopped. Looks like the sun is trying to creep out, so I'll keep you guys updated on how things go. All right, so we are about an hour into the market. It is still cold and a little bit windy out, but I've made a few sales. I sold hold on, let me look. I sold a unicorn snuggler for $25, a medium bee, a mini cow, a gosling, a flamingo, and a baby bunny. I'll do a full recap in this video at the end, but so far it's going pretty good, and I see blue sky on the horizon. You can see how cloudy it is behind me, so I'll keep you updated. I gotta go reorganize my table a little bit from the things that sold. Okay, doing a table check. It sold a lot of things, so I've had to move a bunch around. It's also very windy, so things keep falling down. That keeps falling. My sign keeps falling. Shelf is getting emptied over here. Move some things around. And that just fell. Hello. So it's the evening after my market. It ended at 4. It's almost 8 p.m. I met up with my little kids. We went out to dinner. I'm so tired, but I'm in the fortunate circumstance that it went incredibly well, like better than I could have ever imagined. But I have another event coming up in like less than 2 weeks and custom orders I need to work on, so no rest for the weary, is that what they say? So I wanted to give a recap of what I sold. I didn't write down the times in which it sold, but the market started at 12. I got there at 10:30 to set up. It was still rainy and sprinkly and gross. The ground was like mush. Oh my gosh, my hair is a wreck. It was so wet and puddly and gross. So we all just went there with a prayer that it would be nice. And it ended up, the rain stopped around 12 when it started. A couple people trickled in around then, but it didn't really pick up until like 1 o'clock, and it was busy from like 1:30 to 2:30, I would say. And then it really slowed down. It got very windy, and apparently at this venue, it gets windy. And they didn't tell us that. It's a new place, it's a new winery, and this is only their second time doing like a craft event. So I'm definitely gonna let the organizer know that they should require a lot of weight on people's tents. I had a really good amount of weight, and I was still so nervous. My tent didn't fly away. my friend's tent came really close, and she had weight on her tent too. It was just, she had a bigger tent, so I think like it just, the wind took it a little bit more, but we caught it, so it's all good. So yeah, it was really windy. And even when people didn't buy things, people had such great things to say. And this was my first big event, so that just meant so much. So you're watching this part because you want to know what I sold and for how much. So we have a nice little space over here. I will try my best to add pictures of things that I can. All of the things that I sold, the patterns, the makers will be in the description below. So let's get started. The first thing that sold was a unicorn snuggler. That's from a moon sprouts pattern. I sold that for $25. And then I sold a medium B for $12. That is from Crochet by Jenna's free pattern here on YouTube. Then I sold a mini cow. I just did a pattern test for it. I can't remember the maker's name. I have a thought in my head, but I'm not sure if it's right. So a mini cow for $15. I wish I made another one of those because somebody came back looking for it, but it was gone. Then I sold one of the pocket goslings from Stitch Sister Co.'s free pattern on YouTube for $5. These have been so popular. This is my third event, and at each event I sell a couple of them. Then I sold a flamingo from Love Knots for $25. Next, I sold 2 maple chickens for $12 each, so that was a $24 purchase. Then I sold a white tiger from Loops to Lovey's pattern for $30. Then I sold the I sold the giraffe. It was BK Crochet's pattern, the yellow giraffe, for $35. She handed me $40 and said keep the change, so I also got a $5 tip. Then I sold right after that the other giraffe I made, which was the same BK Crochet, but I made it in white, sold that for $35. Then the next person, they bought 2 pocket goslings, those were $5 each, and a medium B from Crochet by Jenna's free pattern for $12. So their total purchase was $22. The next purchase, I sold another gosling and then a mini bee, which is my pattern that I haven't shared yet. Those were each $5, so their purchase was $10. Then I sold a red lobster from Mary Mac Hooks. I just recently did her pattern test too. Those lobsters got a lot of attention. I just think they look so unique, and I live in New England, so I feel like the person said, I want a Cape Cod-y present, and I said, I've got lobsters, and they were sold. So it was $30. Then I sold 2 penguins from the Cozy Stitch. Those were like the last 2 things I made for my market. I was trying to decide what to make, and I asked people to vote on my Instagram, and people voted for the penguin. So thank you if you voted. I sold them both. There was a gray one and a periwinkle one. Those were $22 each, so that was a $44 purchase. And then her friend bought my purple otter. That's a Loops to Lovey's pattern. That was $20, and the same person bought a peach baby Della duck from Shop Mad Threads pattern, and that was $20. So it was a $40 purchase. Then I sold, this person bought the seahorse from Moon Sprouts. That was just released, that I did a pattern test for $20. 2 Boo Boo Buddies from, I think it's Brandon and Ray's pattern. Those were $5 each. And then a toddler purse, which I can't remember the maker or the designer for that. It's a free pattern I found online. I'll leave the link in the description. And that was $15. So their total purchase was $45. And this is where it really slowed down, but still made a couple sales towards the end. One of the other vendors bought my gray baby Bonnie Bunny. It was my last one that I had left for $30. And she also bought one of my mini bees for $5. So it was a $35 purchase. Then somebody bought the Mallard Maisie. That is from Oak and Marlowe's new mod from the Maple Chicken pattern. That was $15. Next, someone bought a Briggs bear. It's green with like gray paws. My husband actually picked out the colors from it, and the person was like, those colors are so cool. And it was like, funny story. My husband helped me pick them out, so maybe I need to ask his help more. So that sold for $25. Then I sold my next otter, which was like a chocolate brown otter, for $20. Another Maisie duck, this time a yellow one, for $15. And then the very last purchase, shortly before 4 o'clock, it was probably like 3:50, was the Mama Made Minis Dino Snuggler, the one with the rainbow spikes, and that sold for, I think, $30. So that is everything I sold. And hold on, I need to calculate the grand total. I'll be right back. Okay, so my grand total was $507, which is amazing. I was going into this thinking like $250, $300, like that would be incredible. I can't believe $507 is amazing. And then my fee was $25, and then I think there was about like $5 in square fees. So, you know, I made over, what is that, $475. Like, this is my third event, my first like really big market. I was very excited for it. I mean, my table looked scarce at the end. I'm gonna have a clip, maybe I put it before this and you just saw it, of what my table looked like at the end. And I have a lot of work to do between custom orders and preparing for my next event, which is a Thursday afternoon, evening artisans market downtown where I live. I might have to like postpone to the next week. We'll see what I can get done. But I guess it's a good problem to have. Somebody from the 5K that I attended reached out. She reached out to our town's office to get my contact information to place a custom order. So I need to work on that because she needs it this week. I have a bunch of other custom orders, but they have a little bit more of a long lead time frame. Sorry, that was my notepad. So we'll see what I can get done. So it was really great. I think my only thing is that it was very windy, so they should have told us about that. It was wet, but there's nothing that they can control about that. So all in all, it was a great experience. I got to be next to like the one other vendor that I knew, and she's like has become such a great friend. We met through Instagram, and now we're kind of like real life friends. So yeah, it was really great. I'm going to hopefully get this video posted. Today is Saturday. I'm going to hopefully edit it tomorrow and post it on Monday. And then maybe I'll do a couple videos as I feverishly try to work on the custom orders and to restock for the next event. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this content, please give it a like below. Please subscribe. I am so thankful for everyone that has subscribed, everyone that watches. I really enjoy doing this. If you were crafting while watching, let me know what you were working on. I always watch YouTube when I crochet. My two favorites are probably, I love Safari Stitches, Awestruck Crochet. I love the Celestial Homebody too. I have a bunch that I love. So if you're looking for recommendations. But anyways, hit the subscribe button, give it a like, give me a comment, and I will see you guys next time.